threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
To everybody. I guess next week will be the...
Yeah. Mindless Banter 79, question and answer. Here we are, our favorite episode of the month.
Where we
every
instruct
month.
you all and answer all
We make fun of all your names, and we butcher everybody's names, and it's a great time.
I wonder if we've offended somebody enough that they're like, I'm done with this podcast.
Oh, I guarantee it. We had to.
They pronounced my name.
Oh, yeah.
And they made fun of my name. Mm-hmm. Done.
I hope so. I really do. I really hope we've offended somebody that much. Like, we might as well. You know what I mean?
It's easy to do it nowadays.
Oh, my gosh. It doesn't take much.
Yeah. I'm sure just a little bubble come up my throat offended somebody and they left the podcast.
Yeah, that's gross. I'm not listening.
But before you hear more bubbles from my throat, we got a really cool sponsor right now.
Okay.
For this time only, right?
Yep, right now.
This is important, and you guys need to listen up. Water Lily. We've talked about it before. It's a 3-in-1 power generator.
Yeah.
So it's a portable power turbine that allows you to generate power from rivers, streams, not your own stream.
Maybe, if you had enough.
You could pee right on that
Yeah.
fan. And from wind, or with emergency hand crank accessory.
It's so cool.
It is. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
It will keep all of your devices, your power banks, your phones, your laptops, or whatever, powered while you're camping, while you're bugging out, whatever you want to do. And it has a 4.7 star customer rating. It's not crap.
It's great
It's
stuff.
amazing.
Yeah.
And in addition, it's a great addition to your bug out kit or just your home kit. We have just the regular turbine one, right?
Yep.
So they now make it with, you can put fan blades on it. You can have a windmill.
It's so cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a genius design, and it's something I think every prepper should have.
Yeah.
But right now, they offer a full 90-day money-back guarantee and 1-year manufacturer warranty on all their products. And best of all, the Water Lily holiday sale is now offering a discount of up to $75 off Water Lily turbines and bundles.
Nice.
You can just get the turbine for the water and add the other accessories. Go check them out. Our listeners get an extra $10. That's $85 off some of them if you use Prepper 10.
Prepper 10.
And that's a little bit different.
But you can figure it out.
Prepper 10. And you can stay prepared this Christmas from the team at Water Lily.
That'd be a really cool Christmas gift for the prepper that you love in your life.
Didn't we mention it like on a 12 Days of Christmas?
Yeah, we did.
Before we even got one. And then we've had one. It's amazing. Great
cool.
technology. If you want to live off the grid, you got to have one.
You got to.
Water Lily. Check
Get
them
it
out.
done. All right, guys. You guys sent in lots of questions. So here they are. Number one. This one came from Antonio Lamoro.
Antonio Lamoro.
He says, are you two having a Christmas dinner together with your families?
I love that question.
I know. I had to put it in
I
there.
really want to know. Are
Is
you
it
guys
happening?
getting together?
You got room for another
one? You guys
one?
swingers by any chance?
Is it weird?
Yeah.
Is it weird or is it just
It's a little
regular?
personal, but
It is.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
We usually do try and go out and eat at a wonderful steakhouse.
Oh, yes, we do.
You kind of combine a birthday with Christmas.
Yeah.
We're still working on that. But
Yeah.
we usually go to the steakhouse.
Because Cam just had a birthday. Happy
did.
birthday, Cameron.
Yeah.
You just turned the big 4-0.
I did.
It's a crazy one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not very fun.
My body feels 40. That's
It
for
does.
sure.
Yeah, it does. Doesn't look any older than 39, buddy. You're looking great. You know.
I still feel youthful inside.
You do.
That's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
important.
That's great. Not that I'm aware of. We're not having both of our families getting together. But I've been surprised before. You know? All of a sudden my wife could be like, hey, we got that dinner tonight with the Hardys. And I'd be like, what? I didn't know. You know?
Wait, I don't. They can't find a babysitter.
They can't find a babysitter. Never mind. We'll never see
That
them
happens
again.
forever.
That happens
Forever.
sometimes.
It happens all the time.
Happens forever.
That will happen forever.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
exactly. Thanks for the question, Antonio Lamoro.
Antonio. C.E. Martin. Great books and
Yeah.
other things. It's just a powerful name.
It is a powerful name, isn't it?
If you were going to do a video interview collaboration with fellow Utah celebrities, would you rather spend the day with Diesel Brothers or the Osmond Brothers? Which would you rather be stuck with in SHTF on the day that you visited them?
Yeah, so this one, so I don't really know the Diesel brothers that much, nor the Osmond brothers.
I didn't even know the Diesel brothers existed.
Oh, you didn't? I haven't heard of them before, and I know they're in Utah. I know they do
I looked them
trucks.
up. Kind of redneck truck guys.
Yeah. So they probably got some skills.
I would go with them because
Yeah.
I can't stand the type of people like the Osmonds.
Can't
like,
you?
No. Because they'd be like humming and singing in the back all the time.
Right.
Interrupting by just breaking out in song.
So I actually went with the Osmonds because, they got those sweet, sweet harmonies.
They do. I mean, they do.
They
but
could entertain
I couldn't
you.
hear it all the time.
No. But I'm pretty sure they're Mormons and they're rich. So they got to have
That's
the
true.
greatest food storage on the face of the planet,
They
probably.
They probably do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I would go with the Osmonds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good. That's
Right.
It's a great question.
It is a good question.
I just know that I'd get sick of their song.
Yeah, you probably would.
So
I can't even think I could name an Osmond song, but
and I don't know what the Osmonds are like, but there's certain religious people that are just like over the top.
super annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I could see them being that way.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm not saying religion's bad. I mean, I'm religious.
So you hate
I'm just saying the
we
ones
just lost
that like.
all of our listeners. Good job.
No, I'm religious. I'm just saying they would be probably overbearing.
Overbearing. Yeah, I get that.
But the Diesel brothers sound cool. They look cool. I looked them up.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've never watched
I could use a
anything.
mechanic.
Yeah, me too.
So,
Absolutely.
Anyway,
All right, this one came from Matthew Sharon. So is it a girl or a guy? Matthew Sharon. Two
or
first
is it
names.
Sharon Matthew?
I don't know. We don't know. He's pissed now. We just lost that listener. What do you look for in a bug out bag?
So I'm guessing he's talking about the actual bag. Otherwise, I'm looking for a flashlight,
Sure.
first aid kit.
Yeah.
You want your water and your.
Mhm.
But the bag itself, I figured that's probably what he's talking about.
I would think so, but
After trying the Everly stock, because I have a 3V gear bag. I can't remember what that was, a Nautilus or whatever that. What is that big sucker called?
the Paratus, right?
Is that what it is? Yeah,
I think so. Well, and then we
the Nautilus. Just let it go. You can drown that sucker.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's waterproof.
Yeah.
But we got a ton. We don't even have just that one too. I mean, how many different
Oh my
backpacks
gosh,
do
got
we
so
have?
many. Yeah.
Cam's like the backpack queen. Or
I love
king,
'em, man.
I guess not queen.
You son of a-
I'm sorry.
Now I'm stopping. I'm not listening to the Casual Preppers anymore.
I really didn't mean to say queen. I apologize. He's the backpack king or prince.
I know I went
don't
to
know.
San Francisco once. You can't call me a queen.
That's all it takes,
Yeah.
man. That's all it takes. But yeah, we got lots of different ones.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've tried them, and
Yeah.
the thing that I would look for now, having used a really comfortable, well-built bag, is one that has really good padding, straps that supports your weight. Like the Everly stock has a nice frame that pushes it into your lumbar, so you have you just distribute the weight better.
Sure, yeah.
And then my number one thing is you got to test those zippers.
Yep. I
A
completely
zipper
agree.
busting pisses me off more than anything.
It's not good.
No. And I've had that happen, unfortunately, with 3V
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think it's just the high quality materials, like Cam said, the zippers. You got to have some good compartments, ways to get your gear organized and easily get into your stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's the hard part. Is if you got to get into it quick, it takes you 20 minutes to pull everything out and get something. That's not very fun.
I do like an organized pack.
Yeah, you do. And then just durability. And for me, the number one thing is it has to
Color.
be comfortable. Color. It's got to be. I got to have the pink polka dots with the. You know what I mean? But no, really, it has to be comfortable.
Just a rainbow backpack.
Well,
Nobody's
again,
gonna mess
you
with
just
you.
got back from San Francisco.
Yeah.
It never ends with you, my queen,
It's true. I'm the queen.
the backpack queen,
Co-host and queen
Yeah.
of Casual Preppers.
the casual preppers queen.
But yeah, but
There's a
they
meme right
get
there.
super expensive, those backpacks.
They do. They're not cheap.
And I'm not saying I would probably buy a 3V because they're really affordable.
They're inexpensive. Yeah.
But yeah, the zipper thing. Hopefully they fixed it. They've redesigned their bags, but
Yeah.
you got to test them. You got to test
You really do. Yep.
them. Brian, France.
Ooh, parlez-vous français?
Oui,
Brian.
oui, oui.
Oui, oui, Brian.
What is on your Christmas wish list?
Well, if you're taking my order for Christmas
Oh,
presents,
yeah.
Brian,
Is that what you're doing?
I don't know. I hope so. There's so many things. I still really need a good generator. That's something that's a big deal. I really want to get. I don't have one of these yet, but one of those smaller power stations. Like either like a Goal Zero or Jackery or whatever it is. I still need to get a good one, and I haven't yet got it. So I would love something like that.
Linked you to sales and stuff.
Huh?
I've sent links to you.
I know.
Sales.
I haven't pulled the
Got
trigger.
to do it. You got to do it.
I want one for Christmas.
Yeah.
I won't have to buy it myself.
Yeah. Kobe needs ones for Christmas.
I do. Yeah.
I just been. I don't know. I don't really have much on my list.
Man.
I want a new jacket. Off the grid surplus, maybe.
Hello?
They have some
Off
sweet
the
ones.
grid? I haven't really looked at their jackets too much.
They have some pretty sweet ones.
Do they? I want to have to check that out.
But yeah, I just been looking at some little bit more tactical jacket types.
Sure.
I need a new pair of like hiking boots.
Okay.
So those are two things that I would like.
Cool. I like that.
You out there have money or work in these companies?
Mm-hmm. Please remember us.
Santa, please bring them to me.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot. But
Cool.
in terms of like prepper, probably like more of a tactical jacket to carry.
Yeah.
All kinds of grenades and stuff.
Yeah, you got to have grenade pockets.
Watches
Watch
and
pockets.
grenades. You can barter with one sleeve and kill people with
Yeah,
the
it's
other.
like in the 80s. There's always that guy that just like flipped open his trench coat and his watches and chains. That'd
Gotta be soft.
yeah.
In case you're flashing too.
Yours would be backpacks and knives. You got like a trench coat full of backpacks and knives.
Pepto-Bismol on this
That's
side.
a bit small.
I got all kinds of bowel
Yeah.
medicine here. What you want?
You got a tummy troubles? I got your solution.
I already took half
Yeah.
of them. Let me see here.
I'm not going to flash you. I'm just going to show you my goods. I am the backpack queen. Welcome.
You're weird.
You're a weird guy. I just wanted to come.
You're weird. You're a weird guy.
You're a weird guy. I just try to pump
Or
my
we say,
gas.
you're super weird. Or on
I like
New
how
Girl.
your hat's just blue. It doesn't have anything on it. Yeah. Good question.
Anyway,
good
that's
question.
a good one, Brian.
This
France.
one came from Joshua Diva. How
Haven't
many?
heard that name.
No, it's a new one.
New question. Good job.
New question, new listener. Good job, Joshua. How many neighbors have responded to your NPP survey? It seems like a nice way to ease into things. So if you haven't listened to our most recent episode, we did it on neighborhood security, and there was the neighborhood protection plan that was quite an interesting.
NPP.
The NPP, yeah, So
So a survey of like
What you
what
got?
all the stuff. Yeah,
it was like,
basically
what kind of goods do you got? What kind of skills you
all
got?
the opposite things of a prepper,
Yeah,
but in your neighborhood of preppers, maybe.
for sure. Yeah.
After he said this, I'm like, man, what a good idea for a neighbor gift.
It will be so hilarious, dude.
Wrapped up in a nice scroll with a little bow, and then
For
like
sure.
just a candy cane.
Yeah,
And they can open it up
for
and be
sure.
like,
Yeah.
a pen candy cane,
Oh,
so
I
they
like
can
that.
sign
They
it.
can
and
sign it.
write
I
it.
like that.
Please bring this.
Or like
back
a little
by-
hot
before
cocoa
Christmas.
packet, you know? Be like, make yourself some hot cocoa and please fill this out as you sip. You know? It's a great idea.
That would be a freaking awesome idea.
But no, I have not. I avoid eye contact with my neighbors.
I know.
I just don't even like to.
Yeah, if I
don't like
talked
them
to
know
any
I'm
of
there.
them, I would let you know, but I don't.
I haven't. Yeah, exactly. But
Don't.
that was a good episode, though. I thought that was fun
Yeah,
stuff.
there was
Good,
some
fun
extremes there.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have gone and had your neighbors try and break into your house yet.
stuff. Oh yeah, that was yeah. I hope you have.
I need to ask my neighbors.
Yeah.
Why don't you try and get in this fortress?
You gotta ask Danny.
I'm gonna be
this
in the
week.
basement and see how far you get.
If you get to me,
There's some holes in this plan, buddy.
get to me, you get some hot chocolate.
I'll let you pick a knife out.
My wife calls me hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate queen.
Never mind. Yeah.
Um,
Move on.
Careful there.
Careful.
Bo Knox.
Oh, I like that name.
These some pretty cool names
Bo
today.
Nose. Bo Knox. Bo Knox.
It's pronounced nose. Bo Nose.
I just got some Bo Knox. I mean Botox.
Goodbye, Bo. Thanks for your question.
Knock knock. Who's there? Bo. Bo Knox. I don't
I'm sorry about this, Bo.
Bo Knox.
Please keep asking questions.
Hey, who knocks? Bo Knox.
Next question.
Next question.
Who's a dickhead? Casual preppers.
Casual. It's the backpack queen.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do movies get wrong or right when
Mm.
it comes to prepping or survival? Movies like all is Lost. I haven't seen that. What is that one?
Name either. I don't know.
Into the Wild, great movie. The Edge, excellent movie.
Beautiful.
World War Z,
Loved
even
it.
greater.
Oh.
Greenland,
Oh, gosh.
awesome. The Revenant, beautiful.
Hello.
Some great movies. Good job.
It's good stuff, yeah.
So, what do they get right or wrong
Well,
when
they
it comes to
get
prepping and survival?
lots of stuff, okay? I don't have time to go into everything.
I was like, how do you break down something?
But let me tell you something that I wish they would do. And not a lot of movies do this. I swear, like, movies, they go into full-blown apocalypse too fast.
Yeah.
For my taste. Or, it's like, to be honest, I don't really even like those movies that are like 25 years after the world ended and he's surviving.
I want to see the in-between.
I want to see, like, right before SHTF hits and right as SHTF is hitting.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite. That's like my
Greenland
prepper
did that really good.
G-spot.
People are like freaking out. you know?
Yeah, like that's what I like. But there's not a lot of that.
G-spot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's like right where I just like, yeah, don't stop. Go right there.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, don't stop. That's right there. That's how I like it, but nobody does it. It's hard to find. You know what I mean? So
I
that's
ain't
all I'm
answering
saying.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I think so. Like, the other thing is they always kind of portray like the ones that have prepared or been like ready for events. They're always just kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
Like they always just act like the weirdos, and they're usually the dumber ones too.
Yeah,
Like,
they really are.
they go out with a gun and get shot or something.
Yeah.
And it's like the superhero that didn't prep anything's like, idiot.
Idiot. he has an accent like the
They're, any good actor's British.
Idiot.
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 Or Sean Connery.
Yeah.
What
Sean
an
Connery's
idiot.
the only good actor, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. So, but I think what they do wrong is they make the prepper type the more extreme and the more kind of weirdo type.
Yeah.
And that ain't true. We know this
Yeah.
because we're all good preppers, right?
No.
Man, that's all I had to say.
Okay.
The end.
That's great. I like it. Thanks, Bo Knox.
Bonox.
Sam Harrelson.
Yeah.
You got anything to say?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah, Woody's brother.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, tell Woody he's one of my favorite actors.
He's one of your favorite, huh?
He's great.
You just love Cheers.
He's just funny. But not the Cheers Woody. Like all the
Oh, you
stuff
don't like that
afterwards.
Woody?
Well, I didn't
Okay.
mind him, but he just
You
got
like
better.
White Man Can't Jump Woody? Or who? Which one?
That's
which
true.
Woody?
He has a lot of different movies. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True Detective. He was great in that. I don't know if you saw that. That was great.
He was awesome in Zombieland. Perfect
Zombieland's
Greg.
great. Yeah, for sure.
So.
Love it. Anyways, this is Woody Harrelson's cousin, I think, Samuel Harrelson. Where is your bug out bag located, and how often do you update it? ... JK. Just kidding. Since you made fun of me last time for asking.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
No
See, we
hard
didn't lose him.
feelings.
We didn't
No
lose him.
hard feelings.
Real question. What bag do you take into work with you for EDC and around town with the fam, but also not to look like a weirdo?
It's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I have a 3V gear bag that I use, my everyday backpack, and it has like all my EDC gear in it and everything like that. Or does it? But I take that like everywhere.
Yeah.
I take it road trips and
Bathroom.
bathroom. It's pretty much on me everywhere I go.
Take a bath
church,
with it.
I take it to church.
Take you to church. Yeah. Doctor's
Doctor,
appointments.
tanning
Dentist
bed.
appointments.
Dentist. I have a big old strap.
Massages.
My tan is just right
Yeah.
where my backpack.
Well, you're the backpack queen.
I am.
It goes right along with much. You know what I
Tanned
mean?
everywhere but where my
Yeah.
backpack sits.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Where-
no, that's a
where don't
great, like, I love that bag. And
Yeah.
it's hard in, dress slacks to have all of your EDC gear on. I haven't
is.
figured that out very well.
No.
But that's what I use
Okay.
is my 3V gear bag.
Great. I have the Eberly Stock F5 Switchblade specifically. It's in my vehicle every day. I don't take it like with me, like when I go into Walmart. Like it's not on me all the
It's in
time.
your truck right now.
It's in my truck
You
right now.
smash and grab it.
You don't know where my truck is.
I do.
You do. But many people don't. But yeah, so it is kind of, it's slightly tactical looking. Because it's kind of that, what color is it? It's kind of that
It's like that.
desert tan
Yep.
type thing. But it in no way stands out in our town.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
There could be a backpack in front of you in our town.
Yeah.
It's camo.
Yeah,
You won't see it.
because it's
Yeah.
camouflage.
It's all just hidden in
It's-
town.
Exactly, yeah. So I use that every day. I love it. It's an
They
absolute
need to make a.
gem of a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That one is cool.
It is.
I like that one better than my
Do you?
smaller one.
It's
I
good.
made a bad choice when we were
When we were
deciding.
deciding whose is whose. But it's a perfect kind of everyday EDC bag.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's perfect
We need to
size.
design a backpack that matches the back seat.
That's a great
So
idea.
when it's sitting in there, it
can't
just looks
see
like
it.
a console.
Yeah, that's a great
I
idea.
know.
But you open up that console and put it on the
Claimed.
back.
No one can claim
Copyright.
that. Yeah, copyright Casual Preppers.
Yep. It's
The console bag.
the console bag by Queen Backpacker.
Son of
Backpack
a-
Queen. Or whatever.
Did he say Queen?
Did you say Queen?
It's a good redneck.
Hey, did you say Queen?
Did you say Queen, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl, that's the Backpack Queen. Well, get a selfie with him.
Hey, sis, look up here. It's the backpack Queen.
In our town. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk we'd have one?
Yeah.
Um.
Get out your camera. We taking pictures.
Are we on Charlie?
Charlie Welch.
No. What you got to say about Charlie Welch?
He makes that grape juice.
He's the
like-
heir of the
heir.
Welch family.
Yeah.
He only is chief over the gummies,
The gummies.
the Welch gummies.
Yeah, they're not bad.
They're pretty good.
They're not bad.
Do you all? Is it supposed to be your turn?
Nah, just go. Who
I'm
cares?
gonna say it.
It's your turn.
Do y'all have? Y'all have all? That's a hard one.
Do y'all have y'all?
Y'all have
y'all-
y'all Christmas shopping done, or y'all like me and still shopping on Christmas Eve?
Hey, Charlie, it ain't even Christmas Eve yet. Give yourself a little more credit. You got time.
Guess what? Christmas 2020's done, buddy. If you still think
Yeah,
it's Christmas
it's
Eve.
over.
Um,
It's over.
you know, for like our family and everything, that I'll be honest, we haven't finished
I'll be
even
honest
to
with
this
you.
point. But it's like all the little things that pop up. It's like Christmas gifts for your coworkers.
Oh, that is the worst.
Your neighbors keep bringing crap by.
Yeah.
And then it's like your boss. And then I'm like, ugh, that stuff drives me up the wall.
Dude, the neighborhood gifts,
I'm telling you, man, the best thing to do
too much stress.
is they just put it in a little basket and you slide it over and say, pick your gift.
Pick your gift.
We have COVID. So they just keep taking the gifts that somebody
Yeah,
else gave.
That's a great idea. But I really wish we could just make an agreement that let's not do it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Tawny, my wife had sent something out last year, just like, oh, we're, with everybody being busy and
Yeah.
with COVID, we're just going to, and people still brought stuff by.
Oh,
And it's
idiots.
like you feel obligated to give stuff
Yeah.
back. Don't do it.
It's like and then you don't have anything ready. You're like, what am I supposed to do? You grab like a box of cereal or something, give it to them.
If you're not bringing by your survey,
yeah,
don't bring anything at
I
all.
don't need it. I don't need it if it didn't come with your MPP.
But that stuff just
Yeah.
takes forever.
Yeah, shopping though.
Shopping for my parents takes forever.
Luckily, my
Hate.
wife does 99%
So
of it.
does mine.
She's great. I love
I feel
her.
bad.
I
but
don't feel bad. She could be mad. at
My
me.
wife like gets stuff for the people she doesn't work with or know or
Yeah.
see for me.
She's
I'm
going
like-
through the phone book. What do you think they would like?
I know.
Just random people.
and I'm all put out about it. I don't know what they like. And then she's like, "You're dick."
Well, I don't know what they like. You sound like somebody there. Sugar and water. That's what you sounded like. The guy from Men in Black.
More sugar.
And water.
More sugar.
Um,
But yeah, anyways, thanks, wife.
thanks, wife.
You're
You're
doing
the
a great
best.
job.
I
getting
like you.
shopping done.
I like
But it's
you.
funny, October comes and we're like, let's get the shopping done early.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Eve, you're like, well, we've got like 16 more presents to get.
You and Charlie. I
So I
swear.
hear you, Charlie. I hear you. That's it, huh?
It sure is.
Good podcast, everybody. Thank you.
Is it?
But you did miss the first part of this podcast by hearing it goes without saying.
Yeah. We're going to do it in the middle-ish.
Prepping requires forethought with regard to food and water, power and protection, and all that other stuff.
You know what? If you don't have your Christmas shopping done, let me give you an idea.
This is an excellent idea.
Listen to Cameron. The Backpack Queen has something to say.
Yeah. You can't overlook self-reliant medical care.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to take care of yourself. Urgent cares aren't always going to be around. Your doctor is going to be booked out or quit.
Probably.
I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
So you need to get the Prepper's Medical Handbook.
You got it.
It's not by somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about. It's by true expert and survivalist William W. Forgy.
He knows what he's doing.
He does. And he's an MD.
He's not some
He's prescribed medicines.
schnook off
he
the
went through
street.
school forever.
eating a peanut butter cookie.
He provides the basis of prevention,
Mm.
identification, long-term management of survivable medical conditions. And it tells you when to return to the grid
Yeah.
when you can't.
Yeah, that's what it does.
I'm changing that sentence every time I do it.
Okay.
The organized structure of this book allows you to quickly locate what you're looking for. I overread it and I was like, I'm just going to say whatever I want to say.
Overread it. I'm sorry, I overread this.
I read past it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, screw it. I'll just make up a sentence.
That's a great way to go about it.
The thing I like about this book is just is the easiest book to read when it comes to medical. Like, there's so many books out there that I would recommend, but if you don't work in medicine all the time, you're not going to understand it.
For sure.
Because you got to be smart.
Yeah.
You got to be super smart. No, it just breaks down the things that matter the most in surviving on your own.
Yeah.
Go to preppersmedicalhandbook.com and get a free copy.
It's not free.
You won't get a free
copy. You got to pay for it.
This is probably one of my top 5 books to have in a prepper library.
That sounds like a question coming up soon.
Yeah. Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Is it on the next one?
Not yet.
Oh,
but
dang it.
by the way, somebody asked this the other day, and I don't know if this has changed, but when you go to preppersmedicalhandbook.com and you click you want to buy this stuff, it actually just takes you to Amazon now.
Oh,
so
really?
it is what it is.
Well, Amazon controls everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably get faster shipping anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
All right. This comes from Dan.
How did that get in there?
What? Because I just
The
copied it.
reader
Because I
review.
just copied it.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah. This is Dan from Sydney, Australia. Diane. I don't know. How do you say Dan with an Australian accent? Diane. Doesn't sound that much different, does
It
it?
sounds like this. Dan.
Dan. Best show ever. Love learning and staying survived from the casual information you share. That's easy to understand for an average Joe like me. Keep up the great work, guys. Question. I'm in need of a timepiece and was thinking of something different from the standard. Do you have a survival tactical watch? And what features would you recommend when buying one? Thanks, mates.
I haven't spent much time on the watch thing.
I haven't either.
We talked like, wow, it was way back. We talked about like some of the things to look at.
Yep, we did.
Like features. You want it to glow in the dark.
Great.
You want to have like the tritium dials or luminova dials. So I'd look for that.
Okay.
But the stopwatch functionality I think is really important. There's a lot of different medical things that you're going to want a stopwatch for. You can just look at the dial, but for the most part.
I've got 60 seconds to live.
Yeah.
Good thing I got this watch.
But calculating pulse and all
Yeah,
that
for
stuff.
sure, yeah.
It's really helpful to have stopwatches. If you're going to go diving, scavenging underwater, you're going to want a stopwatch.
You're
and
right.
you're going to want it to be waterproof.
You're
You
correct.
don't want it to short out.
No.
You're 600 meters down.
Yeah.
And I got 1 minute to get back up. But no, those are the things. Like, I really haven't spent much time, so
Okay.
I can't answer your question very well. I would
Okay.
look for one that glows, that's waterproof, has stopwatch functionality.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, so I've really wanted to look into this more as well. I don't wear a watch that often,
I don't either.
and I should, but I do want to get. I know this is probably dumb. I want one of those fancy survival watches that has like GPS and all those cool, functionality, the barometer, thermometer.
Yeah. It looks like you're wearing a grandfather clock on your arm.
But I really like. I've been looking at the Sunto Traverse Alpha.
Yeah.
That thing's
That's
cool.
one we've mentioned, huh?
We
They
have.
make compasses and all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's great for hunting and other things because like when you shoot a gun, it actually
Reload your gun.
5.56 pops out. Yeah. No.
It's got a feed.
Another
bullets
round
into it.
comes out. Yeah, it's great. You got to get the right caliber. though.
Sunto ideas.
Yeah.
We're giving them to you.
That's right. But it's got so when you shoot, it actually auto marks where you shot from.
Wow.
It's kind of cool.
Kind of
So
like
if you
when you
get
park
shot-
your car.
So if you're in Chicago, you get shot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Tell the cops where you got shot.
It just puts a little marker there.
Yeah.
You shot from here.
You got shot here. But it has GPS and all that kind of stuff.
That's
and
pretty cool.
Garmin has a couple that are really similar, but they're not cheap.
It's pronounced German.
German has a great few watches, but they're not cheap.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I don't like wearing a watch, so that's the hard part of me. Like,
I ain't got time for that.
it's smart to wear a watch.
Especially if it's a smartwatch.
Yeah, everybody has a smartwatch nowadays.
do, man.
5-year-olds wandering around with $400 Apple Watch.
Old ladies. What are you doing with that lady?
You can't read your phone.
Yeah.
It's like when I see they like leave a phone in the clinic, I can see 2 words.
Yeah,
'Cause
2 letters.
It's all like, it's like, how do you read anything on
Let me
this?
grab my phone. And it's like an iPad version 1. It's like this big.
When they're texting people, it is literally
Yeah.
like one word
I know,
or one
yeah.
letter.
The best is when old ladies are taking photos of people and they bring out their iPad, and they're using their iPad to
I
take
know.
photos.
It's a shield.
It's a shield and it takes photos.
They need to make like a strap so you can hold it like a shield.
Like a Captain America iPad.
There we go.
There we go. How do you like that? That looks great, Sonny.
But yeah,
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't mention is the perpetual watches are nice because
yeah.
they just charge, and then you got your solar watches.
For sure.
Those are some features. I don't think we helped you any. But good luck finding that watch, buddy.
Have fun down under.
Maybe get you a Fitbit watch.
Hey.
I don't know. Whatever you want.
Or like a Swoop
Casio?
or Whoop or what are they?
Casio actually makes some pretty cool
They do.
ones. Like,
Casio, Timex makes some cool ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ones.
Rolex.
Rolex.
Yeah. Rolades.
Rolades. Oh, I love some Rolades.
I do too. I'll eat them just for fun sometimes. Just for kicks.
Well, cherry, I'll take a few of those.
Bill Fry, what's your worst place?
Pepper guy.
Yeah. What's the worst place that all of a sudden you had to poop?
This is a great question.
I
for
was
us.
stuck on I-35, semi-jacked on black ice, and all the traffic was stopped for 45 minutes. The worst part is that I had eaten the gas station hot link. Problem number one.
That's where you went wrong.
Earlier in the day, and apparently my stomach was not having it.
Well, here's the thing. Just know that if you eat a gas station hot link, your stomach will not have it ever.
Yeah,
Like it's not
a gamble.
It's not a gamble.
It's a guarantee.
That's like, you're never gonna win that gamble. That's a bet that you're gonna lose every time.
Yeah.
Right?
If you haven't already shit your pants.
Yeah, you just gotta know there's a trade-off. It tastes delicious.
Yeah.
You're gonna shit your pants. Like there's no way around it. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
It should be in the laxative aisle.
It should, yeah.
Pepto
Yeah.
and yeah. But yeah, I think we've shared several of these stories.
Yeah, probably.
But the worst place for me was probably when I tried to drive a U-Haul through a hotel.
This is the greatest story.
And I think
ever.
you've probably all heard this story.
I think it might be time to
I'll
to tell
summarize
again.
it. I'll summarize it.
Okay.
So we were moving to Roseburg, Oregon, stopped in Bend. I had to park the biggest U-Haul you can buy.
Yeah.
And it has that big, huge, mom's attic
Yeah.
sticking over the top. It was a 3 or 4 lane. I had to pull across, turning left, and I come in hot. I came in hot because I was pulling the car behind, so I was like, I got to clear the road. Looking back, and I hit the awning like freaking hard.
Yeah.
It was just like chicken wire
Ooh.
and
Stucco
boards
coming
and
down.
stucco all coming down, and like you could just see the windows in the lobby like. I was like, oh no.
That's gotta be the worst feeling
And that
ever.
didn't cause me to crap my pants.
Yeah.
It was the aftermath. So, yeah, it was a horrible feeling. I felt terrible. And, the guy comes out, he's like, what are you doing? And you broke my...
This is very bad, very bad.
Yeah. And so I pulled it around the back. And I told my wife, I'm like, just take the kids, go check in to this destroyed hotel.
Just leave.
Yeah. You know what? Head back to Utah. We're done in Oregon.
Our time is over here.
Yeah.
This is it.
So I pulled it around the back, and this is right up aside the hotel. And I'm like, okay, I got to call my insurance. The police are coming. As I'm talking to the insurance, we had eaten just before that, and my stomach just goes nuts.
Yeah.
And it was like, I've got
time.
a crap, and I couldn't. I didn't want to go anywhere because I had to stay at the scene. Plus, I was talking to insurance, so I was like, well.
And you were right behind the hotel, right?
Yeah. So anybody facing
Yeah.
that truck got to witness one of the best events ever in the state of Oregon.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I was standing just inside the door of the U-Haul, and I just took crap in the gutter.
Yeah.
And it was not a solid turd log.
Yeah, this was...
It was like
Yeah.
Jello pudding.
Yes.
And I let it rip, and I just I'm pulling pants up, didn't wipe my butt or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with Allstate or whatever, and it's like, yeah, crash truck.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And luckily, it was next to a flower bed. Kicked a bunch of bark over it.
Yeah,
and so
problem
it's
solved.
just like it's like this clean gutter, and all of a sudden, boing,
Yeah.
this big old mound of bark. And the police officer shows up, and he's like, "Well, I'm taking a few pictures," and he misses stepping in it by like a quarter of an inch. And I'm like, I'm about to get another ticket right now. And that was a horrible experience. I had to go that night and go find some underwear, and
Yeah.
it was bad. It was bad. That was the worst experience I've ever had.
That's not a good one.
No.
I've had one. It wasn't quite that bad because I did make it to a bathroom, fortunately. But I used to pilot.
Just a sense. I remember when you tell
Oh my
this.
gosh,
It's like,
dude! Every time it's like flashbacks. Like I swear I have PTSD from this. But so I used to pilot oversized loads, and so we were going through Montana. We're doing this run. It was me, and there's a whole bunch of us. So there's probably like 3 or 4 oversized loads, 3 or 4 pilot cars, right? All like these grizzled old guys, you know what I mean? We're in Montana. We had breakfast at a local diner, and that's always sketchy.
breakfast in general.
Oh my gosh,
does not sit
so
well.
it's super
most of the
early
time.
because we got to get on the road early. It's like 6 a.m. My stomach's not ready for this.
No.
It's never ready for it. So, but then I'm an idiot, and I order like a soda with it as well,
Yeah.
right? So I've got bacon, I've got eggs, I've got syrup, and I've got soda.
And you added your laxative bubbles.
Yeah, it's like I'm such an idiot. And so I had this 50-mile stretch after we got going where I felt I might die. Like I thought I was going to die. I probably sweated out about 5 pounds, just pure moisture, sweating. I had this white knuckle grip, and I'm just like, squeezing the steering wheel, and I'm doing like these deep breathing exercises, like, how it's like you don't know.
Contractions are closing.
Yeah, and it was like it came in waves, and it would go away, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay, and then all of a sudden it would come back again, and I'm like timing them like I'm pregnant, they're coming back, and I'm like, and then I'm like, it's pissing me off so bad, it hurts, it is so bad that I'm just like screaming in my truck. It's like, trying to get through it without shit in my pants. I just
And those guys in those trucks, they're not stopping for anything.
Dude, they got
huge. Can't. They can't.
It's not easy. And then finally, I saw this thing rest stop up ahead 1 mile, and I'm like, I get on the CB. I'm like, I don't care what happens, guys, but I have to stop here, or I'm going to die. Like I'm going to die here, and then we're all going to be dead.
I'm going to become septic from
Yeah.
turd.
And they're like, we're just bad on the road. And I'm like, sorry, dude, I'm stopping. I have to use the bathroom. And so I stopped, and luckily they all came in behind me, and there's just enough room to get everybody in.
Really?
I sprinted to the bathroom. I barely made it. It's probably the best feeling.
You made it.
I made it. It was probably the best feeling I've ever had in my life. Sitting down on that toilet in the middle of Montana and just letting it go. It was the best feeling I've ever had, I think.
Is sphincter mastery at its finest.
Dude, it took every ounce of energy that I've ever had in my life to make it through, to get to the point where I could get to the
The
bathroom.
day after those, you're like, why is my scalp stiff? It's like muscles in weird places.
My muscles in my forearm hurt from squeezing the steering wheel and from.
I've done that where you're just like grinding it, like
Yeah.
twisting the leather on the steering wheel.
Yeah, it was not good. So, anyways, that was fun.
Those are good.
Been there,
That
done
one made
that.
me laugh pretty hard.
Yeah.
When you told me the first sentence. Still great to hear. We've
It's
all
a good
been in
story,
those
but-
like driving where you're like,
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, but that was just the situation. Everything around it made it so much worse. Anyways,
there you go, Bill Fry.
thanks, Bill Fry, to poop your pants guy. Jason Lackey asks, what are the first 5 things you should do to complete once an SHTF situation occurs?
This is a good question.
It is a great question.
It depends a lot on what that SHTF is, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with like a natural disaster. Something big happens like that. I'm going to work on like, what do I have to use right now? I'm going to fill up my tubs. I'm going to use the water that's still in, pressure and still in my house. You
Yes.
still got, if you're in the basement, you can, fill up a tub or wherever. You're going to fill up that water, Bob. You don't know how much water you're going to end up going through. So get whatever you can until it's either cut off or contaminated.
Or maybe it doesn't get cut off, but you might as well try just in case.
Yeah. So get those water bobs. And then the second, shut off valves. If your house shook a little or there whatever, go shut off your gas, shut off your water after water's, I'm going to go for gas first, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
But then after that, you get all the water collected. You might want to shut that off to keep your system from, breaking and flooding and all that crap. 3, I'm going to check on my family, get everybody together, make sure everybody's accounted for and healthy, safe. Inventory check would be number 4. See what we have, know if we are going to, at that point, start rationing and or start to be really smart about things. And maybe take a last little run to the grocery store that everybody's going to clean out. You
Yeah.
know, top off some of those items.
For sure.
Number 5, signal Kobe that I got the outline done for next week's podcast.
I hope that's true. I hope you really did get
I doubt it.
That's great. I like that. So I'm going with checking the fam first. I just want you to remember that, dear, that I had you number 1 on my list. Cam had his number 3. So
I don't want them to flood and get blown up.
I get you. So then water, fill the tubs, water bobs, water lines, water, all the water stuff. Figure that out. Fuel. Make sure you can get that one last fill up because fuel is going to be so critical in.
Got a flat bed, or you got a regular bed truck?
Yes.
Fill it up.
Just right to the brim.
Yeah.
Right to the brim. You're going to lose a little with sloshing, but
Yeah.
it's worth it. Just put a tarp on the top. You'll be
you're
fine.
fine.
No biggie.
Just caulk all the inside.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
I don't think gas will eat caulk up any.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Doubt it. Cash is the next thing. Do you have enough cash? Can you still get cash?
Is it accessible? Yeah.
Get
That's
that
true.
cash at the ATM.
Everybody
That's
use
great.
plastic, and that stuff gets shut
Yeah.
down.
And then next text Cam about the next podcast outline.
Don't worry, got you, buddy.
Don't worry.
It's on my list too.
Good. What? Brian France? You got
I
got in twice.
Yeah, he did.
Damn it.
Bill
Brian.
O'Brien.
That wasn't Bill's.
We'll
Brian.
get your name right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Will you guys be writing another book? I don't know, Kobe. Will you be writing another book?
Probably
not.
not.
Yeah. That's what I said. Is Kobe's ambitious? Yes. I have an idea.
You do?
No, I don't.
Oh.
The reason I don't write is, one, I'm not good with grammar and spelling. I'm good at spelling, but I just overanalyze everything I write. I'm like, I don't think that makes sense. Or do I got to run on sentence?
Yeah.
Does this get to the point quick enough that somebody's going to keep reading? And I just spend way too much time doing it.
I get it.
I really hate it. I really hate writing.
Okay.
So
that's all right.
your answer is no.
Yeah, so probably not. It's
Maybe a poem.
dude, it's so
Poem.
It's so hard. There's so much work to write. It is a ton of work. And I just don't have the time anymore to do that. I had more time at that point, but even that was tough.
Yeah.
Writing that one. And it wasn't like it was, freaking Gone with the Wind or some shit like that. It was just the 140-page book that was,
No Dr. Seuss.
It's no dog. Yeah, no
Hit.
green eggs and ham.
No.
But yeah, it was a ton of work, really hard. Probably not going to happen again.
Yeah. I don't know what we would talk about.
I don't know, stuff.
Yeah.
Probably pooping in the truck.
Pooping, yeah. Stories from Casual Preppers Live.
Yeah, that's right.
Memoirs.
The memoir of the
Memoirs.
backpack queen. Foster Patton,
Hey, Foster.
related to General Patton,
Yeah.
great
Down the line
grandson.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So was Patton killed or was it an accident?
I don't know.
That's a conspiracy.
Write that book.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Have you heard that?
No.
That he was killed instead of
What's he killed?
accident.
He sound like that he was killed. Does it sound like you said? I don't know.
Argument has to sound that way.
Yeah, I think he was killed. I don't know.
Yeah, was he killed?
After the end of the world as we know it, and electricity is all but gone, what do you do with all the appliances and such? Scrap metal, garbage blockade.
That's good. That's a good one. If you have a generator, hopefully you can just keep using them all.
Sure,
For
that's
one.
true. Yeah, yeah.
But once, that all runs out, maybe you can put everything together and build a time machine and go back to before
Oh,
and
now you're thinking.
stop the problem from happening.
I've heard it's not easy to build a time machine.
I know. I've worked on it.
Yeah,
Can't find the crystals that I
can't-
need.
It's just everything's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to do. That microwave though could be used as
I don't want to
Faraday
go
cage.
through a pandemic again, so
I don't, yeah.
I think I'm just going to stay in the future.
Yeah,
Well, in the present.
yeah. Microwave can be a Faraday cage, so that's something.
That's true,
useful.
yeah.
Maybe build a dog house out of your oven. Cat house. I don't know. Right?
Chicken coop,
Chicken coop. I don't
whatever
know.
you want.
You can put a baby in there.
Yeah.
Kids.
It's good.
Small women. I don't know. You can do whatever you want with the oven. But it could be a double oven.
Calling all small women.
You want
You want to get in this playhouse?
playhouse. I got a double oven just for you. Not what you think either.
Come on down.
Come on down.
But I've never thought about what appliances I could use for maybe a weapon or target practice is probably what's going to
Refrigerator?
happen with half of those things.
Refrigerator.
It's got glass. I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah.
just in your house. Kids, let's practice shooting across the kitchen here.
We going to shoot through the dining room today.
What did you just
Go
said
get
me
the
today?
toaster.
That guy in the basin
In Vernal, yeah.
he
Shooting
lost
at a-
his mind,
Yeah.
and he's been shooting in his crawl space
It's
and
the
through
attic.
the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what?
It was the attic crawl space. Yeah.
Got skinwalkers running
And
around.
the funny thing is he called the cops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I killed somebody in the crawl space. And they get there and there's nobody in there. And they figure out he's mentally disturbed.
Just freaking paraphernalia everywhere. They're like, ugh.
Yeah, there was meth
He was like,
paraphernalia.
he was all messed up.
Yep.
That's good to hear. Your neighbors are just shooting inside.
They got him.
yeah.
They got him, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Kim, I want you to imagine this. The grid is down. Your hometown was just devastated by a natural disaster, or you stopped to help a car that
You're
broke down.
shitting in an oven.
You're shitting in an oven. You got a microwave with a baby in it. I don't know. You got it. Stuff gets weird at the end of the world.
Blender full of bullets. I don't know. Things are getting weird.
Toaster first aid kit. I don't know. Bunch of gauze in the
Cut your
toaster.
finger off. I'll put it in the toaster. That'll seal it.
Stick in a toaster. Got a bunch of gauze and Neosporin in there.
I eat it from time to time to keep it sterile. We're coming up with ideas. We're going to keep answering that question.
Yeah.
You want chicken eggs? Go open up the dryer.
Yeah. Got them in the dryer there. Oh, you got a hammer in that nail? Go grab the iron. Hit that thing. Anyways,
Use your mind.
use your mind and your appliances. Would you have what you need to deliver a baby?
Your voice. So,
Sorry.
it's a little bit weak there.
It was.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. But the combat.
Well, you may.
you
have
might.
cords on your appliances.
That's
Pull
right.
the baby out.
The Combat Midwife developed the perfect kit to add to your preps. The official Combat Midwife birth kit, brought to you by Medical Gear Outfitters, will give you peace of mind in a chaotic world. Our new world consists of COVID, quarantines, and overrun hospitals. Babies are unpredictable about when they decide to join us in this crazy world. A birth kit is just what you need to be prepared for any labor and delivery emergency. The movies lied to you, Cameron. You need more than a newspaper and a shoestring to deliver a baby. The Combat Midwife birth kit is just what you need for the lady you love in any SHTF birth situation.
Here you go, honey.
I love you. I love you.
Open that up. See what's inside. You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. This kit is user-friendly. All these items included are exactly what the Combat Midwife takes to every birth, and now you have access to them too. You'll never be caught unprepared again. Buy this kit and all of your family's medical gear needs at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Learn more about the Combat Midwife and how to use this kit at combatmidwife.com. Use our code Casual Preppers. You're going to get 10% off all the gear at Medical Gear Outfitters.
That's a great
How
deal.
cool is that? I just heard from somebody, one of our listeners, said, hey, I'm going to go buy one of these for my brother who just got pregnant. Not him, his wife.
Yeah.
His wife just got pregnant. He said,
Good for you.
it's a great Christmas present for somebody that wants to be more prepared and has a baby on the way.
Yeah. And say the baby thing moves on, like there really is some good gear in there.
Yeah.
Good gear.
That's great.
Good
Great
baby
stuff.
gear.
Yep.
Miss Melander.
Miss Melander.
Where will World War III pop off first?
Is that what she
Russia?
sounds like?
Yep.
Okay.
Russia, Ukraine, maybe. China, Taiwan, maybe. Israel, Iran, North Korea, and whoever. Something else? I don't know. Where do you
Great
think?
question. I mean, for me right now, I'm putting my money on Russia.
Yeah, that seems, yeah.
You know what I mean?
China's building for something.
Oh, yeah.
To me, they're building up to defend a really poor choice they're going to make.
Probably.
So I'm leaning on China.
Okay.
Russia is always making some crazy.
I just feel like it would be more fun if it was Russia.
It would be.
You know what I mean?
We were expecting it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to have World War III, I want it to be Russia.
Yeah.
Not China.
We built up so much,
Yeah.
fear of them.
But
And
it
we're
just-
just like,
it's just gonna be
they're ready
funner.
to do something.
Yeah, it's just they're unpredictable.
They are unpredictable.
You know, China's going to be like, we're going to shoot you here.
Yeah.
Russia, you don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
They could bring out like pigs on leashes and
That's true.
invade Chicago with them. I don't know. You know what I mean?
They do. They come up with
Like
a
it'd be
lot of
weird
weird stuff.
stuff. So that's why I'm going with Russia.
Did you see that the United States just tested a laser and blew up a target?
I
out
heard
in the
something
ocean?
about that. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Pretty
worked
cool.
good. Did it?
That was the commander. Hey, did it work good?
Work good?
Good.
So,
Let's report back to
yeah.
the Pentagon.
Tell Biden that we did it.
It worked good, Biden.
Work good, Biden. Give us some more money.
I want to know what the target was.
Microwave.
It's
Old
probably
microwave.
just a beach ball.
Yeah. Got it.
Got it, boy.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Milo, the giant yellow lab.
It's a good book.
We got a dog who's a listener. If you found $10,000 and could only spend it on preps,
If you find $10,000. I don't even know where to go with that. You're like,
I was going to
dumb.
continue singing, but I couldn't come up with anything that was any better. You can only spend it on preps. What would you get and why?
Okay. $10,000.
I'd be rich.
That would go nowhere nowadays.
Yeah.
No.
I get a tank of gas and get gone.
Seriously.
That's it.
Buy a couple things of toilet paper, bullets. That's probably like
Yeah.
50 rounds.
Yeah.
$10,000 now.
Fill up my magazine and go.
Yeah. I'd buy one of those fancy home generators.
Cool.
You know, those are sweet.
Yeah.
You get full voltage there.
Can you?
You get what, like 12,000 watts from those at like Home Depot.
Sounds
I'd
cool.
love to get one of those, and they're like maybe $5,000 or so. You can
Nice.
go way up
Then
on.
you can get other stuff too.
Yeah.
You still got $5,000
Wood?
left.
Buy
Yeah.
some wood while I'm there. Some cement bags.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Cool. I like that.
And then I'd probably spend it on some other preps, like food and water.
That's a great idea. I'm going with straight knives and backpacks.
Yeah.
My wife would love that. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Come on.
10,000 in backpacks.
Exactly.
I can't decide which color.
Yeah, I got all the colors, babe. Now probably like a really cool like solar setup from my house. You
Yeah.
know, panels,
That's a good one.
batteries, and all that kind of stuff.
I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, freeze dryer maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, freeze dry some things.
Yeah.
Strawberries and burritos. I don't know. Good stuff. You know,
Those two together. are
strawberry
great.
burritos. Those are my favorite. Bean,
Those
beef,
are called crepes.
strawberry.
Those are called crepes.
Oh,
Crepes.
yeah. Brian knows about those. Brian France.
does know about those.
Yeah, so that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'd also like one of those big water tanks, like the 500 gallon ones, 5,500
It's
gallons.
1,000 gallons.
I
Yeah,
don't know, like 5,500 gallons.
down miles. I mean gallons an hour.
But I'd have to basically remove my house and put
Yeah.
one down in the basement.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Maybe invest the rest in crypto.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Right into Shiba Inu.
Why not? It's not my money. Found it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why not?
Didn't have it. And so
Doesn't
what's
really
the loss,
exist.
you know?
Yeah.
Purple Sky Farm.
I love
Nope.
it.
Yeah,
Purple
Purple
Sky
Sky
at
Farm.
night. Neighbor's delight.
Yeah. Purple Sky Morning.
Neighbor take warning.
Yeah. You mentioned a spike in people's interest in preparedness at the beginning of the pandemic. Has that been sustained over the last year, or have most of us wandered back to our cat videos? I don't know that we have a way of really analyzing whether or not
We
this
do
happened.
actually, Cameron.
Well,
It's called podcast analytics.
he's just saying preparedness. We don't know if they're preparing.
Yeah, but I think what she's asking
Is
is
the podcast
Yeah,
numbers.
because we talked about when Kern was here. We talked about the huge spike we got right around when COVID hit hard, right? So March of 2020.
Yeah.
So there was a huge, and there still is a huge spike there, and it came down.
Yeah.
It came down about a month and a half later, but since then it has been kind of like this sustained growth, and we're about up to where we were at that point as far as listenership goes. So I don't know if that's just we're getting funnier and better looking.
Yeah.
So people want to listen, or if it's there are just more people that are interested in preparedness and wanting to get into the game. I don't know.
I think they're saying this pandemic thing has been way bigger
Yeah.
of a disaster than just a short term.
Yeah. So
That, or we offended some people at one point
and they came back.
and they came back.
Screw it, I don't care. I like the voices.
These guys are annoying, but
Yeah.
I got nothing better to do.
What else am I gonna do?
There's got to be a poop storage somewhere. in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, worth it. Yeah. So thanks, Purple Sky Farm. How about Ty Tap?
Tap.
Ty Tap. He asked, being a type 1 diabetic, I know I have my downfalls when it comes to SHTF situations. Also, being dealt the hand I was given, what would be the most important preps to take care of myself in long-term SHTF, other than a 90-day prescription and other basic preps? So yeah, I don't know. This is a really tough one. I think Cam is better suited to answer this as he is smarter with diabetics than I am. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with them.
Yeah. And I know most type 1 diabetics obviously have dealt with it since they were a child, I'm assuming. But I think the best thing that you can do is get medical information about how, a crisis for a type 1 diabetic is treated.
Yeah.
Just those things, obviously, you may not have access to a hospital. Whatever basic things that you can do, you're going to want to know every way in how to treat complications associated with type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would do is get a book that has, which actually I think this is coming up later, of books that we recommend. One that specifies diabetic medication in their generics. So if you're like scavenging or you're wanting to take something that's going to help, obviously with type 1, it's different from type 2, but anything that could kind of give you some assistance with the type 1 diabetes when you don't always have access to insulin. Any little thing like that is probably all I could recommend in terms of taking care of the cards that you were dealt, like you said.
Yeah, that's tough. That's
a tough one. It really is. The insulin is crucial, but and like we've said before, you can get insulin over the counter. You don't have to have a prescription, so you could stock up on that too.
Yeah.
But I just learned some of the ins and outs of what goes down when you go into the hospital in a crisis, and what IV fluids and stuff like that. So just learn up on it.
Good.
You probably already know pretty much everything, more than most providers even, but knowing how to deal with the complications and teaching somebody else, or have a list written out for somebody if you're unconscious.
Know your body well,
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, buddy.
Great. Thanks, Ty Tap.
Yeah. Heather.Johnson.100483. You missed out on some of, I bet you that's the last 6 of her social security number.
It probably is. Let's try it.
Guaranteed.
Later.
We're gonna figure out the other 3.
Yeah.
In a home alone scenario, whose kids would have the most vicious booby traps? Cam's boys or Kobe's girl?
This is a great question.
Yeah, that is a really good question.
Really good question. So this is tough.
This is really tough.
So I think our kids each have their cons and pros to them,
too.
right? So
that's what I figured.
So I feel like Cam's oldest kid, he would have some crazy elaborate booby trap set up with diagrams and stories along with each one. I really do. I think he would have and it would be elaborate.
Yeah, he's a heavy reader and he's a very deep thinker,
and he's always writing stories and stuff. And I think he would have
he's got a creative mind.
Yeah. So I think that would be great. And his middle kid would just come in and bum rush people. That's how I see.
He's not gay,
no,
but he's
not bum rushing that way. But I mean, just come in like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think
they have some demented minds, and I think most boys do
Sure.
kind of have those thoughts of they like to draw heads cut off and
For
guts
sure.
So it'd probably be pretty lethal types of booby traps.
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like Kobe's girls are, and nothing against my boys, but I think they're a little more clever. I think their setups would be followed through and they'd work. My boys probably get distracted building them, and they'd be halfway finished or not even started.
Sure.
So
I can see that, I guess. I don't know. My youngest, she would come up with some crazy looking contraption that could confuse the invaders coming in, and then Lucy would jump on their backs like
Lucy
a spider monkey.
Yeah.
And rear naked choke them. Because I probably, no joke, I probably get rear naked choked 5 times a day. I have to defense all day when I'm sitting in a chair at the house. All damn day.
That's awesome.
So it's I have to be careful.
She'd be the one that would be pretty scary to deal with.
Yeah, she would be. She's lethal. She's got some skills.
Yeah.
On jiu-jitsu.
She's hyper focused when she wants to get it done.
Yeah, when she wants to get done for sure. But I don't know about the booby trap thing. That's where it comes down to. I feel like your oldest son's gonna have some clever stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really do. So I think it's a
It
good
would
head-to-head
probably
match.
be that he would have the design.
Mm-hmm.
Bennett would put it together and then send Ellis through it.
Yeah, let's see if this works.
Ellis, go through.
Yeah,
My youngest
There's
would
some fruit snacks on the other end of the room.
He
Go
would.
get
He
them.
would
Yeah,
he would watch it happen.
for sure. That's a good question.
That is a good
Thanks,
question.
Heather Johnson. Ty Spence 12. In a bug out type scenario, would both of your families stay together and head for the hills or split up and join your respective families' relatives? Is this something y'all have discussed? Love y'all's hard work. Thanks, Ty. It is a good question.
Yeah, we've kind of bounced the idea around of. I would assume we would probably, bunk up together, just me and Kobe. We've trained our families; they know where the gear is, and they'd be on their own.
Yeah,
we wish them the best.
We'd probably live podcast whatever thing was going on. You know what I mean?
We got to go quick do a podcast,
Yeah.
and never come back.
Never come back. Yeah.
No, we have talked about that though.
We have,
Like,
yeah.
combining our stuff and and
It's hard
and
because-
how big of a group you would want to.
Yeah.
You've got family in town.
Yeah, and so do you.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like, we both have family in town, so I feel like it's going to be kind of like a large network with your family and my family. We're all just kind of help each other with the things that we're good at, and I don't know. I think it depends on the situation. Right. If it's better to be at your house for some reason,
I think for the most part we'll probably like stay with our individual families, but we would like
help.
keep it.
Yes.
We would keep a good trade system going.
Yeah, keep tabs
trade
on
cards
everybody.
between each
group. Baseball cards and whatnot. Yeah, we've talked about it, but it's tough to know what the situation is going to look like.
Got our walkie-talkie channel.
We do. Yeah, we have. I mean, that really is like comms go down. We know what we're going to do to contact each other without having to go back and forth. So
stay off that channel.
Stay off that channel. I got to tell you though, Off the Grid Surplus, they just sent us a few of their new Destroyer flannels. Boy, oh boy, do I like it. I've wore it like 10 times. My wife's like, you got to stop wearing that, bro. I know. I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
I went to order another one, but the one's back ordered.
Dang it. Yeah.
You sons of...
They're comfortable. They fit well. That's what I love about their stuff is the fit.
It does. It fits great.
It's fantastic. My wife bought me this flannel. We're taking family pictures at some point in February. She's like, I bought all these clothes. She doesn't sound like that. She said,
and
I
it
bought
fits like garbage.
Yeah, I hate it. It's too big. It's
flannel's hard. Like,
it is.
Flannel's always like super wide and super short.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Or it's your dad's shirt.
Exactly. So this, like, I think it was the same day my Off the Grid Surplus flannel came, and I put it on, and she's like, "That looks a lot better." And I'm like, "I know.
I'm wearing this."
And so she's like, "Maybe you ought to just wear that."
Good.
We'll send the other one back.
Yeah. The thing I liked the most is I wore it when I traveled. And so I had the little Heidi pocket that I had cash in my, you had to have your immunization card and your license. But I was like, it's so nice to have it here where I wasn't going to pull my phone out and flip all my cards out or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you has your back pocket. I've dropped my phone in that just like in a hurry. It's like, oh, let's drop it in that back pocket.
Yep.
They're great.
They're great stuff. So go check them out.
All of their stuff is awesome.
OffTheGridSurplus.com. Get an extra 15% off with our code CasualPreppers15. So this code has changed. There's something happened with our code and it got put on some website somewhere that wasn't ours. And so people were abusing it and we don't stand for it. So we changed it.
Sons of bees.
Casual Preppers 15 now, guys. That gets you 15. Just think about it. You're getting 15% off because of Casual Preppers. Casual Preppers 15.
It's just a rule of thumb. Use Casual Preppers. Doesn't work. Add a 10. Add a 5. Add a 15,
Add a
20,
1. Yeah.
50.
It'll work at some point. Off the Grid Surplus. Go check them out.
Steve_D12. Cheesesteaks or hoagies?
Great question. I'm going with a cheesesteak because they're good.
Cheesesteaks are good.
They're great. So,
I'm gonna go with hoagie.
Fine.
Just because. No, I like cheesesteaks, but grease has been destroying me lately.
That's right.
And destroying my
You're
underwear.
you're very picky with your grease.
I have
Like,
never
when
been
we
that
go
way.
out, you're like blotting your food with like a.
I don't do that much.
You do quite frequently. You did it the other day with pickles. I saw it at the place where they gives you pickles.
I love pickle juice. I don't know why I did
you were
that.
like blotting. I'm like, bro, just eat.
Dude, I love pickles.
I know.
would
I
never
do
that.
You did. You did it. I swear. That was funny.
But yeah, grease messes me up.
I
And
could see that.
cheesesteaks are pretty.
They're greasy.
Greasy.
They are greasy. I'll give you that.
But I like a hoagie.
They taste.
I always do. When we went to Yellowstone, we were trying to save money, and we just had hoagie buns and sandwiches, and I never got sick of them.
They're great. They're hard to beat.
Hoagie buns are great, but they go bad in an hour.
Yeah, you got to eat
They
them
get
quick.
moldy in like 2 seconds.
You got to eat them quick.
So that's the only downside.
Great question, Steve.
Yeah.
Let's go to Morgan Outdoors. How high of a priority is cleanliness and sanitation on your list of preps?
I think it's Kobe's number one, possibly.
Yeah, that's true, right?
But I think it should be like it's probably top 5, or top 10 for me, possibly a top 5 priority.
Yeah.
Just because sanitation means health, you know?
Yeah, dude, if you have bad sanitation, I don't care how many 556 you got,
Yeah.
you're going to die.
Right.
If it doesn't matter. You got infections.
Yeah. Look
Doesn't
at past
matter.
history.
Yeah.
Sanitation issues led to like
Typhoid.
everything.
Like, it's a bad thing. So you got to be clean.
Yeah.
You got to keep clean. Otherwise, you're going to
The
die.
garbies aren't going to come. The garbies.
Garbies? Oh, yeah. Garbage.
Is it garbage or garbies?
I don't know.
Anyway, either or.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, like that's going to accelerate health problems
Yeah.
if you're not prioritizing some sanitation.
Yeah,
plan.
you got to. I mean, in sanitation isn't just
Not everybody
toilet
can
paper.
crap in a corner
Yeah.
forever and get away with it.
And it's not just toilet paper. It goes, it's soap and it's toothpaste.
I will not
and-
let you in my group if you stink and
Yeah.
are like never taking showers.
No.
No, thank you.
I take 3
Or
showers
you have
a
bad
day.
breath. Biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, bad breath is bad too.
So.
That's why I always have gum.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
Like I
that.
do.
And that's a sanitary thing.
It
and
is.
it helps prevent cavities
Yeah.
if you're sugar free. But
It
anyways,
is.
it's huge.
Thanks, Morgan.
It's
Outdoors.
huge.
Thanks.
He's all better take a shower now.
Yeah.
Those guys put it up on the list.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Trail Sam's.
Trails Am 33. Trasam 33.
Shazam!
What particular prep makes you cringe at its absolute uselessness or
This was-
worthlessness?
This was a really hard question actually to answer because
It was a really hard one for me.
there's not much that's really useless. You can use almost anything, right?
Can.
And I was thinking about those really cheap, like stupid, like gas station survival contraptions. You know
There's
what I
a
mean?
ton of
That
them.
go like in your wallet or something like that. They're kind of stupid, but again, they're not necessarily useless. Like you
If
can
at
use
least
them.
have it.
Yeah, it's something. But so the only thing I could come up with is those really, really cheap ass first aid kits. Like the ones that, like the alcohol pads are all dried up. The
They are in abundance too.
yeah, the Band-Aids don't stick.
Yeah.
And the antibiotic cream is rancid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I think is probably a little bit useless. You've got to have something that's a little bit nicer.
You do. And there are nicer ones you can buy.
Yeah.
But a do-it-yourself is going to get you further than most of those stupid kits.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
But I thought that was a good answer. I put those. There's a lot of fire starters out there, and if you're throwing it in your bag, we've had tons that are just pure trash. Like it's easier to start a wet piece of wood than some of these fire starters.
Yeah, they're not great.
So I mean, they're super helpful and they're good, and I would recommend them. But
Make sure you've tried
most of
them.
the time, you don't need to blow a lot of money on them. You just got to try them out.
Yep.
The little disc ones are probably my favorite ones.
Yeah, they're great.
So, anyway.
I agree. The preparedness guy. If you found $1.37 and you could only spend it on
He
preps,
must have pulled that out of his pocket. If you found $1.37, I'm like, what a random number.
what would you get and why?
I just said, I think you can get rubbing alcohol for around that. And a bottle of that can go a long way. Helps you burn things.
It's great. Yeah.
Cleans things. And if you get super desperate, you can drink it and go blind.
Hell yeah. That's a
Put
good one.
somebody out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kind of like ether.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Great.
I'd say rubbing alcohol would be a good one, or maybe a Mylar blanket.
That's a
Some
great
cheap
idea.
ones.
Those are both great ideas. I went with the Bic lighter.
That's a great
Usually you can get one for around $1. You just one single one. You know what I mean?
Intimidate people.
Yeah.
Burn your
Just
hand
don't
like
even
on
hurt.
Lethal Weapon.
Just don't even hurt. Obviously you can start fires, keep warm, you can cook, burn down a building. You can do a lot of different things with them. So $1.37. Put my money on that, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
Thanks, preparedness.
Go to the McDonald's value menu.
Oh yeah.
Get you something good.
Double burger.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do they have the quarter pounder still on there?
On the dollar menu? No.
They used to be.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was a value.
That's been a while,
It was a long time
bro.
ago.
Probably in the 90s.
Well, I am 40.
Yeah, yeah.
CVT Chloe Mac.
Okay,
I guess that's how you say that.
sure.
Have you ever been in the drive-thru and thought about how terrible it would be to be caught there during a crisis? Multiple cars in front and behind you, a building on one side and a brick wall on the other. What do you do?
It's a good question.
What do you do? I'd just crawl out the window into the drive-thru window.
Oh,
You got a bunch of food in there,
Mhm.
and then, if you had
what if it's like a tornado or something?
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean, or like a flood.
Yeah,
but you can't get out. It is a scary predicament.
Yeah, you can easily get trapped in those.
Yeah.
When I was like driving in traffic in San Francisco, I'm like, what if this never moved? It's like,
What if this is where I die?
Yeah, I probably would rather
Yeah.
just die in the car.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, that's a scary deal.
It really is.
So
I got to tell you a story about
I'd hope
this.
you were in a fast food because you bust in and maybe get some food.
Yeah, that's at least you have that. So I have a story kind of about this. Not really exactly, but sort of. So I was coming home late one night, and it was a 3-hour drive from where I was coming from. So I was like,
It was a night.
just like this. So I was coming home. It was super late. It was like 10 o'clock. I was hungry. I'd been doing jujitsu all day, and I had to come home late. So I was going through this town, and this was like when there was all those work shortages, and like none of the places were ever open.
Was that after you tested or something?
Yeah, or right before I tested. It was a date. But so I was going through Heber, right, and the only place that was open was McDonald's, but I was starving. Like it was 10 o'clock. I wanted to get home.
I'll lower my standards.
Yeah. So I pull in, and the line is just behind where you kind of get locked in where you order, and there was nobody behind me, and I waited for like 10 minutes, and I just wanted to get home.
That's enough.
And I'm
to
like,
lose your
screw
mind.
it, I'm getting out of here. This is stupid. As soon as I start to back up, 2 cars come in behind me. Okay, so at this point it's like 10:15. I'm like, fudge, and that line, I was in that line for 40 minutes.
Ugh.
It was like 11 o'clock by the time. I was so pissed off by the time I got out of there. And so I'm an idiot, and I drink this soda water, like carbonated water. I'm such an idiot, and I tried to order it. Nobody has any
Blows
idea.
their minds.
Nobody has any idea ever what I'm
Do
ordering.
you want Coke in it?
They're like, what do you mean? Just water with bubbles? What
Are
is
you
it?
cleaning your car?
The one time I was at McDonald's and I said that, they're like, really? You want that? That's what we give to people as a joke. And I'm like, no, I really do want it. So I ordered it, and so I finally get out of there, and I'm driving.
Seltzer.
Yeah,
Seltzer water.
yeah, and I'm driving, and they gave me unsweetened iced tea. I was so pissed off, I wanted to kill somebody. Anyways, that might be the biggest
He's felt
disappointment.
that. He's felt that.
Yeah, that might be the biggest disappointment in my life so far. It was that day, that
That
night.
sounds tragic.
So yeah, I've thought about it. It was horrible. Okay.
Scary deal.
Yeah, it was horrible. This one comes from J Shanahan 81. What 5 books would you recommend a lazy prepper keep on his bookshelf to read after the Chinese-Russian hybrid solar flare variant hits? Also, what are the 5 main areas you would need to cover with these books? Medical, mechanical, mythical. Keep up the good work. We love you in the UK. GB, whatever that means. Great question. I didn't really read into this I just did the books. So you're just getting a list of books. Number 1, Prepper's Medical Handbook. Cam, great book.
It's a great one.
The Tarascon Pharmacopoeia, just because Cam says that's a great one.
It is a good one.
For that kind of stuff.
Tells you meds, what they do.
Yep. The Prepper's Water Survival Guide. That's the thing. Like, I'm not great at remembering
No, I think that's
like the very specific things that you need to do to make sure your water is drinkable. Like I know you got to boil it, and I know you got to do this and that, and I just don't ever remember like portions, like this much bleach to this much water, all that stuff. This book is great for that. When it comes down to it, and it has great things all about water. So I think it's really good. Bushcraft 101, pretty.
it is
self-explanatory.
good. I like that book.
And the SAS Survival Handbook. Those are the ones I went with.
I can't remember the SAS Survival Handbook.
It's like an overview of everything survival, basically.
God, there's a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hard one, but I did, and I've talked about it before, Procedures for Primary Care. It has a lot of like basic stuff that can be done in offices, but you could do a lot of these at home. To yourself. This is not medical advice, but like it has like toenail removals and what do you do when you get a fish hook in your hand, how to suture. Like it's just a really useful book for basic procedures that you can do on your own.
Yeah.
A lot of those are in the Prepper's Medical Handbook.
Yeah.
But this one includes like putting together your own FAQ. The Prepper's Medical Handbook is just an easier read because it's written for just basic knowledge on medicine.
Cool.
Bushcrafter, I love that one. Bushcraft 101 has a lot of cool things that just makes surviving in the wilderness a lot better, a lot easier, because you can't remember all that stuff if you don't do it. A good drug reference like the Tarascon Pharmacopoeia or the Davis Drug Guide for nurses just tells you how to administer the medication, what doses, and what alternatives there are for what you already take. My last one would be like a edible plant
Yeah, that's a
guide,
good one.
because you never know.
You don't.
Be needing to eat the dandelion root to stay alive.
And can you? I
And
don't know.
or just get the cards, which is, I think those are awesome.
Those are cool too. Yeah.
So, anyways, those would be the ones I'd recommend.
Awesome. Good job,
And
Cameron.
that's it.
That's our podcast for today, guys. Thank you for listening. You guys are all wonderful people.
You guys are wonderful.
We love you so much. Appreciate you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please follow us on all the platforms that we're on. Okay, we would really appreciate it. Go check out all of our sponsors. That's what helps us out, is you guys using our code at those places, you guys sharing us with your friends, and liking and following all the things we do. You got anything else, Cameron?
No, goodbye.
All right, stay survived.